Good morning, friends. It's Jodi here with a weekly message for the week of February 18th. I hope everyone has had a good weekend and is having a good weekend. And I want to just jump right into it. These are focus areas that have come up for me in my meditations and in my time with my heavenly team, and bringing them to you as I have been encouraged to do. So let's go ahead and get started. The first area is a strengthened person. And when we go through a period of leveling up, I like to call it leveling up. When we level up in life, we move into a new authority, we have a new sovereignty, perhaps like me, where I've gone through an awakening, or somebody has gone through a certain, and many of you have gone through your own awakenings and your own periods of leveling up. And there is a whole group of us out there that are in a process of doing this. So that's why it's come to the forefront for this weekly message. So when we move into a strengthened person, and from my experience too, we do gain strengths, we gain authority, we gain capacity to do more. We can be better with our words. We can be more powerful in the way we stand. We have greater insight into how we carry our bodies when we're in our workplace, or when we're connected in with our family. However we are in our life, however we are a strengthened person, it will show, and you will begin to see how it's beginning to play out in the world around you. In addition to our strengths and capacities, we also will experience increased weaknesses. As Spirit has shown me, as a way of helping my simple mind understand this, is the way the pendulum swings. And it will swing into greater strengths, but it will also swing the opposite way. As high as we go, we also go that same amount low as well. So the pendulum will swing higher, but it will also swing higher on the other end, which is our weaknesses and those things that can devastate us, those things that can bring us out of our past of fulfillment. And that can be in the words that we say, in the moments of anger that we have, in the indignation that we might have, the frustration that we might feel. Those emotions, those areas of our lives also come to us in greater capacity. So it's not only the focus we have in strengthening ourselves, but the focus we have in controlling and managing our weaknesses. So there will be some of us, I believe, in the upcoming period of time that will experience the strengthened person, but also our weaknesses will shine through. So it's just a matter of learning what those weaknesses are, learning how those will come through for us, and then managing them and working to maybe even improve areas of life that would help to fix some of those weaknesses in one way or another. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for us in the next week or two. But congratulations for this group of people who have moved into greater capacities, and I wish you all the best, and give yourself some grace. You are going to receive grace from the heavenly teams that are around you and your guides that are with you. You will receive grace from them. Be sure to also give yourself grace, but also to analyze yourself and work to overcome those things as you're moving forward, because this is all the key to success in life, is in managing the strengthened person. So, all right, moving forward now into the uncharted path. There are a few of us here that are moving into new pathways in life, into new positions, maybe new workplaces. Maybe there are people who are joining a new group, or setting forth in a new adventure. And when we do that, our egos, I have been through this many times, and this came up in my meditation. Our egos prefer it to be a certain way. Our egos have told us our minds and the way that we have created ourselves have told us that our path should be this way, and our strengths are such, and we can do this and we can do that, and we have all the power in the world to do things. And that is true. Those things are true. But it is also true that there are already paths that have been created for us. There are already structures that have been built. There are already ways to success that have been created for us. And what the message was to me, and I really had to get into this energy several times this week. Really, what the message is that it takes a fine balance. It's a fine balance to step forward into your own path, step forward into your own accomplishments, with your own individual skills and your own individual beauty, but also to harness that and to look at what is around and to see, are there any tools? Are there any guidances? Are there any teachings? Are there any methods that could possibly be of assistance to us? And this really is harnessing that passion within us so that our minds are clear and that our intuition is there. It also, when we have a feeling of humbleness around our excitement, when we have a feeling of humbleness around our excitement and around our passion and around those things that we're adamant in doing, and we should be adamant in doing those things. That's the kind of strength it takes. It's the kind of passion it takes to step into new adventures for ourselves. But if we can carry with us a sense of humbleness, a sense of open-mindedness, it allows our personal guides from above to help us, to help guide us. It allows our intuition to be a warning, to be not only a warning sign, to not only give us warning signs, but also to help us to look in the best directions for ourselves. So the message is that came forward to me over and over again during meditation this week is, how do we shine our individual beauty? How do we shine our individual capacities and our passion and our enjoyment in what we're doing? How do we do that? But also to continue to connect into our humbleness, to connect into our intuition, to know that we're not on this path alone, that we're here with our personal guides, we're here with our heavenly team, and in all reality, it takes a beautiful combination of all of those aspects to find the kind of fulfillment that I know that the people that come to this channel are searching for and are striving towards, and some of us are reaching those destinations. So that came forward as a thinking piece for the week ahead. Another thing that was one of the soft areas of life, I think, one of the nice, beautiful areas of life is our connection with the animals and the pets around us. And our pets have a very interesting way of understanding how we're feeling. They can intuitively understand that, and they intuitively take action impulsively and without thought to heal those parts of us. And they do a lot of work with their nose. So as you're loving on your pet, and as your pets are loving on you, pay attention to where their nose touches you. Pay attention to what they do with that. Pay attention to where their paws touch you. Oftentimes, especially I see it with my kitties that I have. I have a few kitties running around here in my little property. They will oftentimes take their nose and not only touch me with their nose, but they will take their nose and lightly run across from perhaps one brow to the other brow on my face. Or they might take their nose and touch a part of my face that I know holds a certain amount of pain there, because the face and the nervous system connects to emotions in different ways, in blotches throughout the face. And I have felt and I have seen over and over again my little kitties touching my face, taking their nose and actually moving their nose lightly on my skin to another area. And I can feel the nervous system respond to that. I can feel the way the body responds in a positive way to that kind of care. So it's just a reminder that our pets are here not only for us to love on them and for them to give us enjoyment, but for there to be a mutual healing and a mutual caretaking that happens between an animal and a human. So it just came up several times in meditation, and I thought I would include it in this week's message, that a reminder that pets are there because we're here to love one another, but they're also here, I feel, as a gift from above to help us to monitor our emotions, to manage them, and to move forward in life in the most healthy way as possible. And I feel that, especially since I'm hearing that it was Valentine's Day a few days ago, that love comes from all areas. It can come from all areas of life. And pets are a huge part of that, and they can bring us continual healing if we allow them to do the work. So if their noses are there, take a chance and see what they can do for you. See how they can adjust your nervous system. See how they can bring in some healing and some happiness, because that's also, I believe, what they're here to help us with, and us for them as well. The last thing I wanted to touch on was abdominal unrest. And I personally have been studying different body systems and how they connect to energy fields that are around us. And one of the areas that I feel comfortable in talking about is abdominal unrest, abdominal pain. And in my studies of when I've had abdominal pain, whether it's intestinal or cramping or nervousness, whatever it is that is affecting me in the abdomen, I have found in my experience, now of course, it's just my experience, but I have found when I have had abdominal unrest, there is, in all the times, in recent months, in all the times that I have had it, I have found deep within, because I am able to go deep within the psyche of myself, I have found that there is ultimately something I am doing at that time that is ultimately against my own conscience. It's very interesting. And so I wanted to bring it forward in this message to maybe add it to your thoughts, to see if you can help me in this, and to see if you're one of those people that do have abdominal pain or abdominal unrest, if there is something, if you can kind of dig into your psyche and treat yourself like you're your own doctor, and dig into your psyche and see if there's something that you're doing that is against your own self. It can be anything. It could be in the activity that you're taking part in. It could be you're supposed to be working and you're not, or you're supposed to be calling your parents and you're not, or you're supposed to be cleaning your house and you're not. It's really, from what I've found within myself, it's a battle of the wills, where one part of you wants to do one thing and another part of you wants to do another thing, and the body systems are really at war with one another. Whether it's you're doing one thing, but you believe from the teachings that you've received that you should be doing another. And that's what I found in myself. It's taken me a little while to dig into that. It's taken me a little while to figure out where it's coming from. But for me, in all the cases in recent months where I've had abdominal unrest, there is literally something I'm doing that I feel at odds with. And it does have to do with self-correction. And it can be anything. It can literally be anything, because we are all so different. So that's what I have come to find at this point. It's just my own theory. It's just my own experience. But if any of you, if you have abdominal pain, if you could take some time and see if that resonates with you over the next month, over the next couple months, if you can see if there's some resonance with that, and please let me know, because it is something I have been studying, I found in myself, and I'm curious to see if it resonates with you, with those of you that do have abdominal pain. Of course, there's all kinds of different abdominal pain. I'm just talking general abdominal nervous pain, anxiety pain, that kind of where you actually get the abdominal pain from. Obviously something that's happening, but it's hard to figure out what it is, those of us who have that. So anyway, that's what I have today. Those are the areas that I have. Again, I know this is different from my earlier work years ago, but I feel like the same sort of information is coming through, and it's coming through in a way that is much more palatable for my loved ones, for my beloved community. And I believe this is something that it can be could be helpful to all people, no matter what their belief is, no matter what their ways of connecting in to God is, that these messages could be helpful for any of us. So wishing everyone a good week ahead. I will continue to bring these forward. I will get better at it. It's just very new for me still, so I'm still a little clumsy at it. I appreciate your patience with me. I appreciate all of your love, all of your encouragement. And I have to say, for those of you that are still here, I did my first short message last Sunday. It was my first time I had been back to the channel in several years, and it was very hard for me to do. And it was very hard for me to open up in a new way to you, in a way that I had not been before. And there have been so many beautiful messages coming to me, that I was overwhelmed in the love and the support that I received from all of you. I was really worried about it and scared, and it took a lot of courage to do that. And how I was received was in the most beautiful way. And I thank the Heavenly Father for that. And I thank the Heavenly Father for all of you, for all of your beautiful souls. I wish you all the best, sending my love and sending my prayers out to you, for all of you that are struggling, for all of you that are in pain, for all of you that are in loneliness, for all of you that are in deep darkness, sending out my heartfelt prayers to the Heavenly Father, that there can be improvement and betterment in your life. Wishing you all the best, sending my love, sending my gratitude. Have a good week ahead, beautiful souls. Thank you.